everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Saints going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. With Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now the first NFL carry for the Tennessee man, Alvin Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Brees. Over the middle, open is Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick, not here.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you actually have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Diggs in motion left. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Keenum. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Ryan Quigley, 5th-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here 1st and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He dumps it down to Ingram. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Toss play, Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Handoff. It's Murray. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Detroit! Set! Green! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the back goes into motion.
Now Keenum. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. To throw is Breeze. And he'll be knocked down sideways. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. We'll see a lot of that from Drew Brees. Spread the field, get rid of the ball quickly.
He spreads the field out a lot, so he's able to recognize the defenses, the coverages, and if people are going to blitz him. And he has the fortitude to stand in there when they do. He serves as his own blitz control, so to speak. Hey, you've got a free runner coming. That's one less guy in coverage. He'll stand in there, take the hit, and deliver a strike downfield.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
There hasn't been much to crow about when we talk about defenders in New Orleans in recent years. But Cameron Jordan certainly is a guy that we should respect.
Is he what they will kind of build around on that line?
Yeah, they have to, because not only is he a good player out on the edge, he can work inside a little bit as well. But it's his leadership and his passion for the game that they'll really utilize.
Again, it's Murray. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Let's go.
Here's the rookie from Florida State, Dalvin Cook, his first NFL carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sherrills to return it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now it's Keenum. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 60 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Breeze to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go.
They go with Murray again. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, look at 56. Detroit. Hurry up, here we go.
On first down, Keenum. He'll find Thielen working the middle. A good pickup there, a 22.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They go play action here on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And he knocks it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, it's Breeze. Caught by Snead over the middle. Breeze finding Snead there for a safe first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Again, it's Breeze. Caught right side. It's Snead. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, Breeze again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. On first down, Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 32-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Lutz puts this one through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 10 yards still left on second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray is a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 46. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So second down, 3 yards to go now. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a give. This is Murray. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Hot.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play.
Right, here we go.
Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Green, 39.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And right with it here, over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. Over.
From the pistol, they run it with Murray. Ooh, with a juke. And a tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Here's Keenum to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Brought in left side by Snead. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Sharif Floyd able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
Keenum now on 1st down. Going with a screen for Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Keenum now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Keenum. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 8.
No. Detroit!
From the gun, here's Keenum. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. First and goal at the 3-yard line now.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working from the gun, Keenum. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
All right, here we go.
He'll try and run with Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown in a Viking uniform. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, it's Breeze. Stays on his feet. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
Yeah, here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Vikings didn't lose their first game last year until October 23rd, but things not looking as rosy here as they try to defend the 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. Murray has the first down and more. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Halfback sent in motion.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard. Over.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. Flushed out right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. This is Murray. And some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And some room to maneuver. And now running right through it. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A gain of 6 there on first. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw. Steps away to his... He takes it across for the touchdown.